overseas in the Middle East, a pause on airstrikes overnight between the U.S. and Iran, but still some questions remain over how or when or if this war will ever end. Alice Barr is tracking it all from Washington.
Hi there. Well, we're tracking an apparent pause in the fighting in the Middle East. We're also learning more about President Trump swapping planes midway through his flight back from the NATO summit in Turkey this week and the security precautions that may have been behind that. After 2 nights of strikes between the U.S. and Iran overnight last night, a tense standoff, with Iranian state media reporting explosions across the country. A U.S. official tells NBC News American forces did not launch new strikes, but have been shooting down incoming Iranian drones and missiles aimed at neighboring nations. The official said there are no reports of injuries or significant damage to U.S. bases in the region. Iranian Americans again fearing for the family they left behind.
Everybody's shocked because they thought they're going to stop the war, so everybody's scared again.
On Thursday, huge crowds gathered for the burial of the Iranian supreme leader killed in an airstrike at the start of the war launched by the U.S. and Israel. The burial ends a week of funeral processions that have included calls for retribution against President Trump, all as we're learning new details about security precautions involving Air Force One. 2 sources now say that while there was no specific threat, the Secret Service recommended President Trump fly in the old Air Force One when taking off from the NATO summit in Turkey Wednesday, instead of the new one that was gifted by Qatar and upgraded with what the White House called high-level security protocols. Sources familiar with the aircraft now tell NBC News it does not have all the defensive capabilities built into the older military-grade presidential plane. The president downplayed concerns.
I have a threat all the time. I'm number 1 on their list.
While he again asserted Iran wants to make a deal for long-term peace, but that he doesn't know if they'll stick to it. As for the critical Strait of Hormuz, sources and data show traffic plunged through that vital shipping route this week after the flare-up and fighting that started with Iran firing on commercial ships in an effort to exert control over the strait, all of it with a direct impact on oil and gas prices. In Washington, I'm Alice Barr. Back to you.